people outside the reach of that immediate circle can join with us. So at this time, I see via internet Ron, and he can apparently hear me, Lee, who can apparently hear me, Bob, who can apparently hear me, Richard, who can apparently hear me, and myself, James, Whiskey Uniform 7 November. Is there anyone else who'd like to join the net? If so, please respond with your first name and your FCC call sign.
Jim, N7QO.
Okay, N7QO, and what I have to do now to avoid feedback on all of our various channels, I have to turn the volume down every time I transmit and then turn it back up. So you're going to have to give me a second to reach over there and play with that volume knob. So I got Jim, N7QO. Is there anyone else who'd like to join us tonight, either to check in and check out or to join our conversation? Okay, nothing heard. If you're listening in and deciding whether to take the big leap to join the conversation or check in and check out, we do have the Western Washington Amateur Television Society at 8 p.m. That's Pacific time every Wednesday evening and every Saturday evening. Let's start right off and go to the top. Ron, take it away.
Okay, this is Ron. I saw my picture briefly, but now I don't see it. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, Richard hears me. Okay. All right. So another warm day, that's for sure. And let's see. Last night we were out at this friends, Rick and Bobby. They live way out there by Frederickson, I guess it is, south of 512. They live on an airport. They have a big swimming pool, so we all went out there last night to the swimming pool and taken food. So we had pizza and chicken and a bunch of stuff and sat around and visited and watched the All-Star game. You know, big screen TV. So that was pretty good. And the All-Star game was kind of strange. It was all tied up in the, I don't know, did any of you see the All-Star game? Baseball All-Star game. Richard probably did. You're not hearing me? You can't hear me?
Remote already in this mode. Node 5,
right.
6.
Well, if you can't
4,
hear me, I guess
5,
I'll quit transmitting.
6, 0.
Back to net,
Disconnected.
KD7QKU.
Node 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 0. Connected to node 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 2.
Okay, I'm going to assume that Ron has stopped talking. I am having some problems getting audio over 2 meters. I'm trying our streaming site, which is located on QSL.net, to see if I can get some better audio via that channel. But we'll all just have to be a little bit patient tonight as we move on through our roundtable list. Lee, can you hear me now? If so, give me a big thumbs up there. Okay, Lee, go ahead.
Okay, very good. This is Lee in 7KC in Port Angeles. Well, I was just waiting on. Okay, I saw my call sign come up, but there's my indent head. Anyway, I'll go to the Logitech camera here. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Okay, Ron, I could hear you just fine when you were transmitting, no issues. Maybe Richard couldn't, but I could just fine. And hi to Jim in Covington. I don't see you, but I heard your call. I heard Jim check you in. Well, it's been warm here. Yesterday was 83 and some change. Today was 81.7, so it's a little cooler today, but it's still above my preferred temperature. The Elwha River, from which we get all of our water, is now down to about 750 cubic feet per second, and it's dropping pretty fast. It's dropped 200 cubic feet in the last week, and when it gets down to 400, is when we go on to water control measures. We have five levels of water control here. So the first one is just a warning that something's going to happen, and then things proceed from there. I'm getting a text in here. I get my text. I guess that's Bob over to James. My texts come in as CW. So sometimes when there's a big club exchange going, I get about 40 of them. Anyway, but that's okay. So I don't really have anything else to add. I think the system is marvelous. It just looks good. The new digital streaming display has got a huge amount of information on it, and I think it's well done and really fun. So hats off to Carlos and Wade and company for what they have actually put together. It's quite nice, guys. Okay, Bob, I'm going to no James. Sorry, I'm going to send it back to you, James. This is N7KC Lee in Port Angeles. Go ahead.
Okay, Lee, thank you very much. This is James WU7N. Yeah, I think there was a restart on a computer there up at the site, so maybe we're getting a little better audio now. Next up is Bob, way up there in the north in Bothell. Tell us what's going on, Bob.
Oh, headphones off. Good evening to you all. This is K9PQ. And the slideshow, you don't hear me. Why don't you hear me? Any thumbs up from anybody? Does anybody hear me? I'm looking on Discord right now. Okay. At least Ron hears me. I don't know what's going on, Lee. You want more volume. Okay. I haven't changed it. How can it be worse than it was? Okay. Oh, just thumbs up. Okay. we need more hand signals. We rely on hand signals when the audio's not going. Okay. So what I'm showing here in the background is our repeater, the old repeater, the analog repeater, which is I took pictures of that some years ago, and so it'll be nice to have some before and after pictures. I know we have some after pictures, but I'll see if I can get up to the site and take more here soon. Well, kind of a lot going on here today. Or this week. I broke down on Sunday and bought another portable air conditioner. Now I have three, but the other two went into storage when I got everything packed up in I guess it was February, March. And of course, at that time, I thought, who's going to need air conditioning? This place will be sold. I'll be long gone. But here I am, and I'm very glad I made the decision because it got up to 92.3 here today at my place, and I stayed a very comfortable sort of mid 70s. In fact, it's 75.2 right here by me now, which is about as hot as it's been all day. So I've been very comfortable. On the condo front, I have two showings coming up. It's funny how these, you think nothing's happening and then things happen. The Friday one is very interesting. That's a couple that already were shown the place by my agent because their agent's on vacation. Their agent will be back and they will have another showing with their own agent on Friday. So that sounds like that could be serious. Then there's one on Saturday morning that's brand new. Don't know anything about them. But it's nice to see some things happening. I'll certainly keep you all up to date. Okay, I'll send it back.
Okay, Bob, K9PQ up there in Edmonds. Next up on the rotation here is Richard. Richard, why don't you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? And you can, so go ahead and take that mic.
Yeah, okay, James. Okay, good. So, that's great news, Bob. Oh my goodness. Just keep those cards and letters coming, and you'll be in good shape. So, and then let's see. Lee, I'm surprised that it isn't as hotter than it was at your place. You know, because we were 92 also, but I shouldn't be surprised is probably an overstatement. And let's see, and then Ron, I don't know if you saw the home run hitting contest on Monday. Yeah, that turned out perfect, didn't it, though? The Seattle Mariner won the home run hitting contest for the whole country. Someone from Seattle, and his dad was pitching the balls to him, and his brother was catching the balls. So if that wasn't smart, and I think they get $1 million. Is that right, Ron? Geez, they get $1 million, and well, they asked the guy's name is Cal Raleigh. They asked Cal Raleigh, well, usually, you know, like in golf, pro golf, when there's a big purse like that, the caddy, you know, gets a little piece of it. Well, what about T, your brother? You have anything you're going to share with him? And Cal told the reporter, well, he's only 15. I guess he'll get a raise in his allowance. So I thought that was pretty funny. But it was just wonderful to see. Cal is about as homespun as they come. And none of this celebrity business and money, none of it's gone to his head. You can tell he's a family man, and so I'm sure his dad doesn't have to worry. Let me put it that way. All right, K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, this is Net Control WAU7N. Richard, thank you very much for that. Now, so far what I've noticed tonight, this was before the reboot, but Ron's audio on 2 meters was really poor. And then, let's see, can Ron even hear me now? Ron, can you hear me at all? You can't even hear me at all. Oh, you can hear me at all. Okay. But we've rebooted the machine, so next time you come up, Ron, we'll see if that's improved. Richard, you've got some static, like little popcorn on the back of your signal, but it's very readable. Everybody else's just seems to be kind of booming through one way or the other. So let's see. Next on the list, N7QO, Jim out there in Covington. Go ahead. Take that mic. And let's see if you come through all the other audios, because you're probably coming in via 2 meters. Why don't you confirm that as you start?
N7QO. Thank you, Jim. Good evening, everyone. You said something, why don't I confirm that as I start? I missed that because I was transitioning from listening to the digital to listening to the analog, and there's a delay there. So you're going to have to repeat if you want me to confirm something. And I'll do it next time I start. Anyway, I'm receiving everyone just fine. And the pictures look just fine. By the way, Jim, you said something a little bit earlier about someone hearing only static. I'm not sure, but at the time you said that, I saw a picture of Wade. So I think he's out there somewhere. It looked like Wade was maybe having some difficulty hearing, although I did not hear a word that he said. So he might be out there somewhere. Let's see, Ron. Yeah, I heard you just fine. And ball game, yeah, I missed that. Let's see. And your friend there, was that at Shady Acres? I think that's where he is. I've never been out there, but I know about the place anyway. Lee, good to see you. I hear you just fine on both the digital and the analog side. And you're looking well. That's good. Bob, another air conditioning unit. Well, if you got to do it, you got to do it. And it sounds like you're glad you did it. 2 showings. Yeah, I'm sure all of us are keeping our fingers crossed for you. Good luck, Bob. Dick, I heard you just fine. And yeah, the home run contest. I saw a couple of clips of that. It looked pretty entertaining. That's great. But getting an allowance, man, I never got an allowance. I had to, my allowance, I cut grass, I shoveled the snow in the winter, I had a paper route, and then eventually I went to work in a store. Oh well, but a raise in an allowance because someone else did good, that's hard to beat. So good for him.
Node 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 2. Timeout.
W7QO, WU7N, control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Well, it looks like the All-Star node timed out. So we didn't, I'm not sure everybody on the net heard the last things that you said. I saw that there was an earthquake up in Alaska and some tsunami warnings. But I don't know. I think they canceled the tsunami warning. Now I'm getting all sorts of software errors on the digital side, so I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. So let's see, what else is going on today? Well, it's hot. I started on Monday to clean out a massive garage mess in hopes that I would be ready for a pallet mover on tomorrow morning, and man, I'm not even close to ready because I wasn't going to get out there in that 90 degrees and hump those boxes around. So let's see, what else is going on here? Let's see, low water on the Elwha River. Damn it. And that's not a profanity. But I guess they blew up all those dams, so the water goes up and down with the whim of the clouds. I thought that's why we kind of put those dams up there. Sorry to hear that, and I hope the situation improves for you, Lee. Let's see. AC for Bob. Bob, that's a good move. I think it is hot today up here. I couldn't imagine sleeping if it was really that hot and uncomfortable. Good news with 2 showings. That's really good news for you there. I'm sure, that might yield some results. And Richard, I did get something about $1 million for a hit or some such, but I don't really know the details on that. Obviously, being the greedy person I am, I want to know how to get in on this action. What kind of hits is it? Is it hit records? As long as it's fully legal, I certainly would like to make $1 million a crack, too. Jim, in the middle of your transmission, there was a radical change in your audio for the better, and then I saw Ron say he couldn't hear you anymore, and then I got the message via SMS that the All-Star node had timed out. So I don't know what the All-Star node timeout is. If anyone else knows, fill me in on that. Let's pause for a minute here and see if anyone else would like to join us for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. You can either check in and check out, or you can join the conversation. Let me know which. Visitors, come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's wrap it around to the top. Ron, I'm on the edge of my seat to see if your audio sounds better on the 2-meter side, and I'll also listen on the Big D side, and I'll also see if I can hear you on the Watt streaming page. Go ahead, Ron.
Okay, thank you very much, James. Okay, thank you very much, James. Okay, thank you very much. So I would think with that Wade is in there, he's not showing up on Discord, but I saw his picture earlier, so I would think that he needs a turn. Yeah, everybody sounds fine. I'm listening to you on the TV, and it's working just fine. It was good that, like you said, that Bob has a couple more showings coming up. And Richard, there was big volcanic action on Iceland, and I was wondering if you're going to have anything to report there. Yes, Jim, I was out at Shady Acres. Our friends live on the airport. Last night there was a helicopter playing out there. Unfortunately, it was kind of fun to look at him, but he was really, really loud. He was kind of disturbing. So that was kind of fun to see this helicopter. Yes, and James, you have to win the home run derby for the Major League Baseball to get the $1 million. And Cal Raleigh really had to work hard to earn it. One of the guys, they have several rounds for those of you who didn't watch it, and there's the first 4 guys go up, and you just have to win that round in order to move on to the next round. So the one guy, I think he only had to hit 8 home runs to move on, and poor Cal, he had to hit 20 or 19 or something to move on. And he had to do that like 3 times, so he hit 30-some home runs, in order to win the thing, where some other people didn't have to hit so many. So that was interesting. And then, of course, I like baseball, and I watch it quite a bit. So the game last night was pretty good. It was all tied up, and then I decided I needed to go talk to the people. After all, they'd invited me over to eat dinner and swim and not watch TV, and so I quit watching TV and joined them, and I just figured it was going to go into extra innings, and so then I looked at the TV again a few minutes later, and it looked like they were having the home run derby again. But that's how the end of the game, I guess, is in hitting home runs, which I didn't figure that out at all. I just thought it was a rerun, and so I just gave up on it. And at that time I didn't know who won, but the American League, which we're part of, they won. So it was good. So it was nice out at the pool. It was warm, but it was nice out there, and there wasn't too many people. What else? I guess that's about it. Oh, this morning I was talking to my son Mike, and they'd just been up to Victoria for 3 days, he and his wife, and they had a nice time. But he was telling me he has a big BMW full dress. It's like a Honda Goldwing, It's gold color. It's really a beautiful motorcycle. And he was just telling me that he's going to take off probably in September, and he's going to circumvent the whole United States. He's going to leave here and go up north through Montana and everything, and over to the Great Lakes and down the East Coast, and then to Florida, and then across to Texas, and then back up the West Coast. He figures he's going to spend at least a month on the road. So he wants to do that before he gets too old. He's in his early 60s now, and like he said, age is creeping up on him. That's a big motorcycle. He's a big guy, but it's a big motorcycle. So anyway, he's going to do that. So I thought that was interesting, and we can track each other on our phones, and so I'll be able to track him on his travels. And he's using AI to set up the trip. Artificial intelligence, and he was saying that he's only going to ride 350 or 400 miles a day, and AI is planning the trip for him, and he doesn't want to be on a lot of freeways. He wants to be on a lot of maybe 2-lane roads in pretty areas, and he wants to know what planning the trip, and it will notify him on weather and road conditions and all kind of stuff. He said, amazing. It's really amazing. So he was really excited about that. So there's some Texas. So anyway, I think Wade is available, James. All right, back to net, you guys. KD7QKU.
Okay, well, once again, I make a request. If we know how long the All-Star Node timeout is, let me know, because what happens when it times out, apparently it drops you for a few seconds and then picks up back again, so I missed part of what you're saying. Let's see, next on the list after Ron would be Lee up there in Port Angeles. This is James WU7N with the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Take it away, Lee.
James, this is Lee in Port Angeles. Well, I'm very happy to stand by for Wade and see if you can get him in. Go ahead.
Okay, calling for Wade down there in the big city of Tacoma. Wade, are you out there? We're standing by to see if you want to come in on any audio channel or via the DATV stream.
All right, guys. I'm gonna tap out for this round. I'll try to come in on another round if I can get my audio figured out. So I'll send it back to you, James. W7ITL. Back to you.
W7ITL, this is WU7N. I heard you come over the streaming site on QSL.net, and I also heard you a little bit on 2 meters, but only at the end. So next up on the list, Lee, up in Port Angeles. Go ahead, Lee.
There's my call sign, and the video should be along here pretty quick. There's a, okay, very good. Well, this is Lee in 7KC in Port Angeles. Yes, well, it turns out that July is the driest month of the year here. Probably we won't get 1/10 of an inch this month. And the dams were actually put on the Elwha to make electrical power for a couple of mills that were running in the area. And it turns out after it was after 1900 a little bit. Anyway, pretty old dams. And so the thought was that they were going to fail because they were so old and they thought that they were in poor condition. It turned out not to be the case when they tore them down. They were in rather good condition, but they're gone. And now we are at the vagaries of the Elwha, and it's glacier fed. The headwaters are right up around Mount Olympus, and it's glacier fed for a while, or snowpack. And the snowpack, I would say, is gone now. And when the snowpack is gone, boy, the flow discharge, they call it, goes down precipitously. So before the month is over, happens every year, I'm certain that we'll be down to 400 cubic feet per second. If it's there for 3 days, then that triggers the alarm. And last year it got down. It never got to 200, but we were in stage 3 of 5 last year, but we got through it. And when it started raining again, why, things perked right up. So we'll see. But right now it's very, very dry, and we haven't had any rain at all so far in July. And I imagine before the month's over, if we get 1/10 of an inch, we'll be lucky. And then it starts to pick up a little bit from there. So, well, I don't have much else. I try to get in here for a half hour or so, and then I got to go downstairs and visit my bride and so forth. And but anyway, it's good to see you all tonight. And I just marvel at the work these guys have done. It's pretty nice, very, very nice. So this is James. I'm going to check out. So this is N7KC Lee in Port Angeles. I'll say 73 and catch you down the line.
Okay, Lee, I'll take that as your 73 round. Thank you very much for checking in with us tonight. Let's pause for a moment at 36 minutes after the hour and see if anybody would like to check in or check out, either as a visitor or to join the conversation with the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. If you are so inclined, visitors, come now. Okay, nothing heard. So let's see. I'll do my best here to pick up, and I believe the next on the list is Bob. Bob, if you can stand by just for a second. I'm trying to see if I can get something to work here. So give me just a second, Bob. By just one moment, and then we'll be hearing from Bob, K9PQ, up north, up in Bothell, Washington. And I am just seeing if something is functioning here, and it looks like it is. So the technical test looks like it's about concluded here. Stand by one, please. Stand by one, please. It is. So. Okay, that went well. Bob, why don't you see if you can do a little better? K9PQ, go ahead.
Hey, I don't know if you guys hear me yet. I don't see the picture quite yet, but whoops. Just got it back in the headphones. So yeah, I'm going to start. Well, first of all, James, your test, you sounded really good. I mean, leaving aside the machine not cooperating when you wanted to turn it off, you sounded good, but the picture was not anything even close to normal. I don't know if you saw that. The picture that came across on the output streaming was just looked like almost random. You could see a little hint of something going on in there, but it was really terrible. So just to give you an update on that. Yeah, as far as asking about what the $1 million for one hit was, um, I'm sort of paraphrasing a quote I learned some time ago that a guy who who had made a lot of money, let's say as a ball player, ran into an old friend from his neighborhood, and they were catching up, and he told him about, hey, he had all this success, and the friend was pushing just a hot dog cart, and he says, Major League Baseball, I should have gone into that. So it's just that easy. You just have to go into it, and then there you are. That was interestingly, I guess we've lost Lee, but that was interesting about the snowpack already being gone. It is mid-July. I just thought it would last a little bit longer than that. And I did want to piggyback on what Lee said about all the great work. I don't know how much Wade is able to hear us tonight, but just everything that has gone in with Wade and Carlos and Rob and James, you going up there and helping out. I'm just very happy about it all. And as I say just about every time, but I mean it. It's important. We're making big changes, really good big changes, and there are always going to be little bugs to work out, and that's just the way it is. So we will get there. There's a lot of really good work going on. I love the idea, Ron, of the circumnavigating the U.S., but I think if I do that, it's going to be in my SUV pulling my trailer, not on a motorcycle. But I really like. Oh no, I'm gone. Okay, so the sound thing. I'm glad that happened because the sound thing. I can tell you, James, the Carlos put in a switch, and so if you see in the upper right corner of the video on the output, there's a countdown of seconds. I think probably we just hit that. It hit 0. When it hits 0, it shuts off for 10 seconds or so, and that's to prevent the timeout. So the second time when you heard somebody drop out, it was not the timeout. The first time I knew it was because there was a message telling me that it timed out. The second time there was no message. And this is specifically to prevent that from happening. So I'm not sure what happened the first time with Jim, but this little blip that happens is normal. And that's all I think I have for today. I thought there might have been something else too with the condo, maybe with the AC. Nope, can't think of anything. It did stay reasonably cool. It's cooling off quickly outside. It's down to 81 at this point, so that's nice. And I guess that wraps it up for me. This is K9PQ, back to net control.
Well, K9PQ up there, Bob, up in Bothell. This is James, WU7 in Northeast Bellevue here. Thank you very much. Yes, I will second that. Oh, Carlos has joined us. Let us give Carlos the mic here and see what he has to say. I certainly appreciate all his work, all of Wade's work, Rob, and everybody else who's twisted a screwdriver up there. It is fantastic. Go ahead, Carlos, take it away.
See audio, you can hear me. I could hear someone. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Audio is flowing. Fantastic. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for being late. What did they say? Better late than ever. So it's pretty good. I think I come on the second part, which is the most stable part of the net. I understand it's kind of like all the bugs have been sorted out and all the audio feedback has been figured out, and now it's just stable. So I'm here to enjoy the good work of all of you on stabilizing the system. So thank you. I saw the note. Seems like Dave doesn't have power, which is a good reminder. You know, one of these days I should attempt to get here on the air just with the battery and see how many systems I'm dependent that I'm not aware to just be on on a battery. I have one of this BioNO. Oops, this one of these BioNO batteries, which I like very much. This is 144 watt hours, and I have this system which was from BuddyPole that basically I can connect a solar panel. I have a little solar panel, and so maybe I should try it, given that there is so much sun until this time. Next time I'll connect to the net over solar power. That's it. And James, I think your streaming was working well. It's just the video encoding part not good. But if that happens next, try to rotate your phone between portrait and landscape, because it forces the encoder to resize, and that might help. Thank you for letting me in, and back to Net Control, James from 87NP in Clyde Hill.
Carlos, 87NP, thank you very much for that. Your
Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me okay. Let's see, a lot of people are frozen, so thumbs up from Carlos. You're the only one. Can you hear me, Carlos? Oh, okay, everyone else is frozen. If that's Discord for us. Anyway, I'll assume you guys can hear me on 2 meters at least. Let's see what. So Ron, you were asking a question about some earthquake or something, but I think and maybe you weren't even asking that, but I will report. I'm hearing, I think, 2 meter and 8 feet. Okay. But I will report, Ron, that yes, there's lava poking its head up. I just saw that. Evacuate one of the towns, but I didn't pay a lot of attention to it, so that's really all I know at this point. And let's see, what else do I have? I guess. A side comment. Wouldn't it be dandy if Mount Rainier did these things? What am I saying? I shouldn't. Be careful what you wish for. That's what the wise men would say. So, but what I am excited about is going out of town again in a couple weeks and watching sports cars like I did this past weekend before. So, anyway, good to see you, Carlos, and thanks for all the work you do, and James for doing the net, and Bob, hopefully your run of luck will keep up. And I'll say K7ITX, back to net control, 73.
Okay, Richard, thank you very much for that. There was some popcorn or frying bacon noise on the back of your audio, but we heard you just fine over the 2-meter net. I'll let the next person up give you the report on how the audio came over the digital streaming side. So after Carlos, next would be Jim, N7QO. Go ahead, Jim.
N7QO. Thank you, Jim. I saw Mario's ID come up on the television screen. Since we're running a little bit low on time here on the net, maybe give Mario a chance. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, let's call for Mario down there in California. Mario, if you can hear me, please come on in, and we're going to pause for a good 45 seconds to give you a chance to come in. This is James, WU7N, 45-second silent period up in the Northwest to see if we can get Mario down in California. Okay, if anybody heard Mario through any digital channel, please come back on 2 meters. Nothing heard. This is James, WU7N, Net Control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Let's turn it back to Jim, N7QO in Covington. Go ahead.
N7QO, roger that. Thank you, Jim. Well, Mario, if you're listening, I am not transmitting video, so if you transmit a picture, we will be able to see that and then pick you up in a little bit. Okay, let's see. Where did we leave off here? Ron, motorcycle trip, yeah, 450 miles per day, planned by artificial intelligence. My goodness. When I was traveling a little bit, working as an electrical engineer, they wanted me to limit travel to 400 miles per day, and they were considering that an 8-hour workday, basically. So 450 miles a day on a bike, man, that sounds a little bit aggressive. I know my butt would be a little tender after that, but good for him. Wish I were young again.
6, 4, 2, 7,
and
0.
let's. For joining us. If you're still there, good to see you. And let's see, Jim, you mentioned something about that Alaska earthquake. Yeah, I heard it was a 7.3 magnitude, tsunami warnings along the coast for a long way, but I guess they canceled the tsunami warning. The epicenter of the quake was actually along the Aleutians, not that far out. Sandpoint. Sandpoint. That makes me think of a friend who crashed an airplane and died out there. Carlos, good to see you. Excellent picture as always. Your audio sounded a little bit lower than normal, both on the television repeater and on the 14708 machine. It may have picked up just a little bit toward the end, but anyway, you're there good. And mentioning that Dave has no power. Wow.
Node 564562. Timeout.
N7QO, this is WU7N, Net Control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Looks like we've got about 4 minutes left to the net tonight, so I'm going to open it up for any visitors, and also Mario, if you want to try and come in again, do so now. Let's have about 30 seconds of silence for any visitors who want to just check in and say hello, or maybe Mario would like to try again.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, I'll make it really short because I don't have a lot of time. Net's going good. There's been a couple little glitches here and there. I had to do some stuff behind the curtains to get things working. And then I had some issues with my audio at home. So that took the better half of the net to get that fixed. Windows decided to mute all my inputs. And I had to go through and just change those all back to unmute. I don't know how I'm going to have to, maybe I have to write a script or something to go and unmute all my audio every time I reboot my computer. So, that's a bummer with Dave losing his power. I'm hoping he is comfortable and he has some way to keep cool. It is very warm outside. I had the misfortune to leave my house just for a few minutes to go grab something to eat, and it hit me in the face pretty bad. Not used to that. My house is very chilly inside, so I'm fortunate to have good air conditioning. Let's see. There is a problem I'm going to work out. When people are using 2 meters, there is no notification that your audio is stopped transmitting. So I will see if I can have All-Star send a notice to the channel to let you know that your audio stopped, like a timeout, kind of like PSRG does. Carlos has already worked out software on the DATV side, so we don't need to do it there. But 2 meter, and the artifact that you'll see when it does that is that audio will just get really, the sound of the audio will change. That's because the repeater is fallen back into its kind of backup configuration, and it changes things a little bit. But the audio doesn't go over the internet when that happens. That's about all I got for this round. Got 3 minutes left for the net. I'll turn everything back to James. You're doing a wonderful job, James. Good net control. It's nice to see you doing that. All right, I'll turn it back to you. W7ITL back to net.
Okay, Wade, your audio was borderline intelligible because it almost sounds like there's some sort of overmodulation or mushing. At least that's what I heard on 2 meters. And so I don't know if everyone else via Discord or via the DATV stream heard you okay or not. But it looks like we're getting close to getting wrapped up here with a minute left to the net. My name is James, Whiskey Uniform 7 November. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. If you just tuned in, we meet at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays and 8 p.m. on Saturday evenings. And anyone is welcome just to check in and check out on this 2 meters or join the conversation. And there's many ways in. We listen to people as far away as Australia, California, and Great Britain so far. So no matter where you are, we'd love to hear from you, even if it's just to say hello. Just let us know whether you want to just check in and check out or join the conversation at the start of the net. Again, that's 8 p.m. Pacific Time, USA, continental USA. My name is James. Let's have one last call for anywhere with anything for the net. Okay, I just got an SMS saying I'm back. Did somebody else want to say something at this time? If so, come now. Nothing heard. Okay, I'm going to return this repeater to normal use and thank the owners and operators of this repeater for letting us use it for our audio channel. My name is James, WU7N. Have a great evening.
One, two.
W7ITL. I do hear the audio that's a little crispy. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and Carlos, if you're still listening, maybe come back and let me know if the audio sounds a little bit better. I'm keep slowly turning my audio down. I'm about a quarter volume right now. How do I sound?
Yeah, I think it's better when you turn the audio down. It was a little bit too hot in the beginning, and now it was better. But the transmission to the 2 meters. By the way, I've disconnected the 2 meter repeater from this node. The transmission of the audio into the 2 meters, that's a different problem. I think independent of the audio, the quality is just bad. It's a resampling problem. I've also noticed that one of these adapters is set at 96 kilohertz, and it's not able to take 48 kilohertz. And so I think it's this one. Or is it the other one? Let me check. Yeah, one of them is at 96 kilohertz, and that screws up the sampling rate for the 8 kilohertz because the U law is always at 8 kilohertz. But yeah, your audio was better now that you turned it down. Probably there's an issue also that the voice meter was at the max, and I don't think it needs to be at the max. So might be better now. Back to you, W7ITL. If you're on the second channel, you can also transmit at the same time. Back to you, 87NP.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. I think I hear an audio gate going on, so I'm going to turn my gate control down a little bit. Maybe that'll help with intelligibility. now that we have better audio, we probably don't need to gate our audio as much. I do hear some kind of artifacting going on in the audio, even on DATV audio. So I'm going to turn that down. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Does that sound a little bit better? Okay, it's testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. It sounds a little muffled still. I'll turn it back to you. I don't know if it's my side or if it's the repeater that's causing the audio artifacting. So if you want to try to come in, I'm on. I see you now. So I'm going to turn my audio down so I don't have to hear myself. Actually, I'm going to let you talk, and I'm going to mute myself so I don't hear myself.
Put my headphones into the TV. Yeah, from an intelligibility case, I think it could be better. That is true. But I don't think there's nothing there doing effects, at least on the voice meter. Oh, well, that's not true. Let's remove this one. So maybe this one is better. There was a setting that was setting this to mono instead of stereo. And so maybe that was. Let me hear my audio now. Okay. Can you say something?